Good afternoon. Today we will discuss the block 4. The block 4 is finances. Okay, here block 4 deals with the finances and planning. Okay, this block consists of two units, unit 10 and unit 11. Unit 10 here stresses the importance of municipal finance in service delivery, sources of municipal revenue, and components of municipal expenditure. The resource mobilization and the strategies for revenue improvement is discussed in this unit. Also, the role of central and state finance commission in strengthening the municipal finance is explained in this unit. Coming to the 11th unit, here we will come to know the concept of urban planning, importance of planning and different models of urban planning, the main components of master plan and master plan approach in India is described in a unit. Zoning and building regulations are well explained in this unit. Like the urban planning in Telangana also discussed here. Okay, that is unit block 4. Coming to unit 10, municipal finance. Okay, here you will learn what we learn in municipal finances means like financial decentralization, importance of municipal finance. What are the components of municipal finance means like municipal revenue, municipal expenditure, what components of the municipal finance. In that components, what we will learn means taxes, non-taxes, assigned revenues, grants, loans, or borrowings. And then followed by like trends in municipal finance in Telangana, municipal finances in Telangana and overview, municipal revenue and expenditure trends. Okay, what are the resource mobilization strategies like revenue management, expenditure optimization, municipal bonds, land as a resource, public-private partnerships. Okay, and central state finance commissions, issues and challenges of municipal finance. Okay, coming to what are the objectives, the learning outcomes. What are the learning outcomes means like you will able to know what is financial decentralization and broad theoretical aspects, importance of municipal finance in service delivery, like source of municipal revenue and components of municipal expenditure, revenue administration and expenditure management, resource mobilization strategies for revenue improvement, and role of central and state finance commissions in strengthening the municipal finances. Okay, like coming to introduction, like the quality of towns and cities are has direct relation with the provision of basic services, which is the reflection of the finances of urban local bodies. Okay, we know that. Like with increase in the pace of urbanization, there is a need and demand for infrastructure also to increase, which will require the strengthening of urban local bodies' financial position. Like even the Constitution, like 74th Amendment Act 1992, elevated the status of municipal bodies from the statutory to constitutional. The devolutional functions like has brought municipal functions to the fore and its core for quality of urban life and better of economy. Okay, coming to what is financial decentralization. Financial decentralization is delegation of financial responsibility to lower levels of government. We all know that. Okay, decentralization means like lower levels, giving responsibility, financial responsibility to lower levels. Okay. Decentralization theories have evolved for efficient and effective delivery of public services. Few of the most popular theories emphasizing the significance of decentralization include like decentralization theorem coined by Oates in 1972, okay, as physical equivalency principle and subsidiary principle. Okay, they advocated the efficient allocation of public goods that can be attained by entrusting the responsibility to local governments in their respective jurisdictions because of their supervisor knowledge of local principles, preferences. Okay, coming to what is the key premise? What is the key premise of 74th Constitutional Amendment Act? It is to empower the local governments and create grassroots democracy by developing a greater functional and fiscal powers. Okay, which is the article that enables the state to devolve the political, administrative, and financial powers to municipalities. That is Article 243W. Okay, even the creation and functioning of municipalities, especially bringing like any reforms to finances in performs of municipal functions are completely left to the discretion of the state government. Like decentralization under 74th Constitutional Amendment Act aimed to strengthen the urban local bodies is largely limited to functional aspects. Coming to importance, what is the importance of municipal finance? Okay, like we have seen that population is like very high rate in the urban in India. Okay, like with urbanization set to unfold rapidly, like requirement to increase the urban investment to support the infrastructure needs. Like there is a committee called High Power Expert Committee on Urban Infrastructure. Like it estimated that India needs 39.2 lakh crores, okay, around 40 lakh crores to provide the core urban infrastructure over a period from 2012 to 31. Yet 2008-9 prices only. Okay, comparing 2008-9, that government need to India needs to provide how much 40 lakh crore to urban infrastructure. Okay, like that is without operation and maintenance. Coming with operation and maintenance cost, the requirement is around 59,000, sorry, 59.2 lakh crores. Okay, without operation and maintenance, it is around 40 lakh crores. Like with operation and maintenance, it is around 60 lakh crores. Okay. While the financing requirement is like very large, the resource available for municipalities for salaries or expenditure or operational and maintenance and the resource available for municipal salaries is estimated like less than around 1 lakh crore rupees. Okay. Even the municipal taxes constitute only 32% of the total municipal revenues and the property tax accounted for 50% of municipal taxes. Coming to components, what are the components of municipal finance? Like components means like taxes, non-taxes, assigned revenues, grants, loans or borrowings. Okay, like the municipal, coming to municipal revenue and expenditure, the revenues are the sources of income generated by municipality through collection of taxes, user charges, grants, and loans. Okay, the resources, the sources of revenue to urban local bodies as given in Telangana Municipalities Act 2019. Okay, as per Telangana Municipalities Act 2019, like it is categorized into 6 major headings. What are those? Taxes, non-taxes, assigned revenues, non-grant plans, plan grants, loans or borrowings. Okay, again this taxes is divided into 5 types. What are those? Property tax, vacant land tax, taxes on carriages and carts, tax on animals, and agriculture land tax. Coming to non-taxes. Non-taxes is further divided into like some divisions. What are those divisions? Revenue section, health section, engineering section, and town planning section. Here in revenue section, what will we cover means market fee, slaughter fee, rent from shopping or commercial complexes, rent from municipal quarters. Whereas coming to health section, what will cover means like dangerous and offense trade license fee, fee for issue of birth and death certificates, fee for issue of no objection certificates, okay, NOCs. Coming to engineering section, here what are the taxes means contribution to water supply connections, water charges for residential or commercial or industrial purposes, like road cutting charges. Even road cutting charges comes under engineering section. Coming to town planning section. Here, town planning section means building license fee, layout fee, development charges, betterment charges, compounding fee, encroachment fee, and layout regulation scheme. Okay. Even the assigned revenues are divided into three types that are surcharge on stamp duty, magisterial fines, and compensation from octroi. Okay. Coming to like municipal expenditure refers to expenditure incurred by urban local bodies for while performing the entrusted duties. Okay. The municipal expenditure can be categorized into revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. We all know that. Revenue expenditure comprises of established expenditure, administrative expenditure, operations and maintenance expenditure, and interest payments or loans. Coming to components, what are the components we have just discussed? That is revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. What all will be there in revenue expenditure means established expenditure like salaries, benefits, and other allowances, like even administrative expenditure, operation and maintenance expenditure, interest payments on loans. All this will come under revenue expenditure. Okay, coming to capital expenditure. Here, capital formation. How the capital formation will take in place means like construction of new roads, buildings, water supply transmission lines, sewerage networks, stormwater drains, parks, stadiums, etc. Through this, capital can be formed. Like even the principal repayments. Okay, coming to components. We have seen the components. What are the components means? Like the municipal components includes municipal revenue and expenditure. Okay, the revenue receipts of the urban local bodies are like taxes, fees, user charges, rental incomes, sale and hike charges, etc. While revenue surplus, plan grants, contributions, or borrowings or loans contribute to capital receipts. Like taxes, coming to taxes. Like what are the taxes means? Taxes are the revenue sources that can be assessed, levied, and collected by the urban local bodies. Okay, the state municipal act. For each state, there will be each municipal act which will empower the urban local bodies to assess the levy and collect the taxes. Okay. Coming to property tax. What are the property tax means? Property tax is the most significant source of revenue for local governments. Like the responsibility of structuring the property tax system, including fixation of ceiling on tax rents with state governments, while urban local bodies are allowing to fix rates within a band and prepare a collection strategy. Like in spite of loopholes in levy assessment and collection, property taxes like around forms around 20 to 30% of municipal revenues in different states in India. Like as per the Municipalities Act 2019, urban local bodies levy like a property tax, yet unit rates taking into consideration of what local and usage of buildings and lands within the municipal area. Coming to vacant vacant land tax. In vacant land tax, like the objective is to discourage owners from speculating on land values and to encourage construction of houses. Okay. Whereas in agricultural land in urban areas is converted into non-agricultural purposes. This tax is levied on vacant sites so that the owners of the constructed houses as per master plan. Coming to advertisement tax. We all know that is advertisement tax is levied on all hoardings, wall paintings, neon signs, glow signs, balloons, and slides, etc. Okay. However, in Telangana, the urban local bodies levy advertisement fee under non-taxes only. Okay. Like taxes on carriages, carts, and animals. Like the tax on carriages and carts is very negotiable comparing to expenditure incurred on their assessment and collection. Okay. Coming to agricultural land tax. This tax is levied on the basis of land revenue payable to state government. Okay. In Telangana, as there is no land revenue, this tax is not levied and collected by urban local bodies. Coming to non-taxes. The non-taxes, what will become usually comprises of fees and user charges. Okay. Unlike taxes, fees, and user charges are levied and collected by urban local bodies only if service is made available. Okay. They are therefore levied only for specific services. As is the case of taxes and fees, the user charges are levied and collected as per the provisions and related rules of the Municipalities Act. Okay. The objective of non-taxes is to ensure that the assets are maintained and delivery of services is uninterrupted and sustained. Coming to revenue section, like the fees and user charges administered by the revenue sections are like market fee, slaughter fee, advertisement fee, rent for commercial and complexes. All this we had explained in the earlier session. Okay, even the health session, engineering session, town planning session is discussed. Coming to assigned revenues. What are the assigned revenues means? The state government levies and collects various taxes, some of which are assigned to urban local bodies like entertainment tax, surcharge on stamp duty, profession tax, and magisterial fines constitute a major share of assigned revenues to urban local bodies in Telangana. The entertainment and profession tax are subsumed under state GST. Like surcharge on stamp duty. Surcharge on stamp duty is levied at the rate of 1.5% of the value of the instrument and collected by registration department at the time of registration of properties within the municipal areas. And that amount is assigned to urban local bodies on the quarterly basis. Like coming to profession tax, we all know that profession tax was levied and collected by urban local bodies. Like from when it is collected means since 1987. This tax is transferred to state government. We like currently around 95% of the profession tax is collected by commercial tax department in GHMC area. Coming to magisterial fines. Like the judicial magistrates in the towns and cities levy fines on those who violate the municipal laws and collect fines which are transferred to urban local bodies on quarterly basis. Okay, coming to next important point, that is grants. We all know that there are two types of grants, that is plan grant and non-plan grant. Here in non-plan grant, what are those that comprises means like per capita grant, motor vehicle tax compensation, and property tax compensation. Like before 2009 and 10, like the state government was releasing non-plan grants to urban local bodies to compensate the revenue loss caused by urban local bodies due to state policies. But after 2019, with the state government paying salaries to municipal employees, the government discontinued the non-plan grants to urban local bodies. Like here, the state keep the grant amount in separate accounts, like grants received under integrated low-cost sanitation, Rajiv Awas Yojana, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, that is Amrut, and Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Smart Cities Mission. All this comes under this category. Coming to loans or borrowings. Okay. The urban local bodies borrow loans from financial institutions for undertaking infrastructure and other development projects and repay the loan amount in annual installment. Okay. With interest over a period as per the agreement. Okay. The Telangana Urban Finance and Infrastructure Corporation or similar such organizations act as intermediaries between the urban local bodies and the lenders. Okay. Even like the LIC and other banks and financial institutions are take place, like uh, raises loans from international agencies. What are the international agencies? World Bank, Asian Development Bank, etc. to support the urban local bodies in the state. Coming to like trends in the municipal finance in Telangana. Okay. The municipal revenue position in Telangana for 2017, if you see the data, some of the data, like the revenue source, like the tax revenue in crores is around 1,612. Okay. The per capita is around 890 rupees, whereas non-tax revenue is around 1,351 crores. How much percentage is 30%? And per capita is around 746 rupees. And the assigned revenue and devolution is around 371 crores. That is around 8.2%. And the per capita is around 476.7. Whereas transfers from central government is around 65.68 crores. That is around 1.5% only. Whereas per capita is 36 rupees. Coming to total revenues, the total revenues is like 4,500 crores. And the per capita in rupees is around 2,487.35. Okay. Like coming to like municipal tax revenue by source. What is the source? Like coming to property tax, it is around 99.5% of total taxes. What is the amount in crores means? It is around 1,604 crores. Okay. Coming to tax per capita is around 886 rupees. Like vacant land tax is around 0.2%. That is 3.8 crores only. Okay. Advertisement tax is zero and other taxes. Why? Because advertisement tax is added to tax revenue. Other taxes is around 0.3%. That is 4.1 crores. And the total taxes is around 1,612 crores. And per capita is, tax per capita is 890 rupees. Whereas coming to like municipal revenue and expenditure trends. Trends in municipal revenue and expenditure. Like if we see the own tax revenue in 2017-18, it is around, like we have seen 1,612. Non-tax revenue is 1,303. And assigned revenues and devolution is 371 crores. See, if you see the total revenue around 2016 and 17, it is 4,459. In 2017 and 18, it is 4,502. Like there is an increase. Okay. Coming to resource mobilization strategies. What are the resource mobilization strategies means? Like revenue, we will see that in one point. Okay. Like revenue management. Revenue management means with effective revenue management, there will be a significant revenue improvement is possible, like without increasing the tax rates also. Okay. The tax revenue, how the tax revenue mobilized by a municipality depend on four critical factors like tax base, coverage ratio, tax rate or valuation of tax, and collection efficiency. Okay. Like through the power to revise the tax rate or change in the valuation method vests in the state government. Okay, the urban local bodies can improve the performance by focusing on three factors, that is expanding tax base, okay, plugging the leakages, and improvement in collection of performance. Like expanding the tax base and like plugging the leakages can be achieved by updating and computerization of property tax, like vacant land tax or property tax on land, shops or markets or trade license fees, and linking databases to unique door numbers by adopting double entry accrual accounting system. Okay. All major properties, like especially vacant lands and underused lands, additions and alternations to properties can be brought to the tax base with GIS mapping. GIS mapping means Geographic Information System mapping. Like evasion of taxpayers must be effectively monitored to enhance collection efficiency. Okay. The Telangana Municipality Act 2019 introduced another innovation wherein the owner of the building for new construction or reconstruction can submit an online self-certification and ensure his property is assessed and paid the tax to urban local bodies. Coming to expenditure management. Okay. Unless urban local bodies expenditure translates into services, taxpayers will be reluctant to pay the taxes or charges. We know that. Like good revenue and expenditure management, like needed a robust financial reporting system. Okay. Like the discrepancies in data and inadequate cash management, lack of timely and quality information for planning. Okay. Decision making, financial control and internal audit, absence of periodic disclosure of financial information to public, like leading to weak accountability are some of the reasons for the poor, what we call municipal expenditure. Like better financial reporting can help urban local bodies to be accountable and improve the effectiveness programs and service levels. Okay, coming to next, municipal bonds. Like these municipal bonds are issued by the municipal corporations. We all know that municipal corporations will issue these municipal bonds. Okay, and municipalities also. Why? To raise money for local projects like construction of roads, bridges, or for other infrastructure. Okay, these loans are repaid from the returns generated by such projects or revenue, tax revenue. Okay, while it is a popular source of funding of local projects in developed countries, this is a picking up in India and expected to grow with programs like smart cities. Like Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation issued first municipal bond in Asia and raised around 100 crores for part of financing a water supply project. Okay, which is the first municipal corporation means Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation. Even like the GHMC is successfully issued a municipal bond of rupees 200 crores in 2018. Okay, coming to land as a resource. Land as resource. Like resource generation through sale of land is most conventional. We know that it is the most conventional resource mobilization strategy. But what is the problem means it is limited. Limited in what sense? As public land with urban local bodies is less available. Okay. However, like even the value can be created by unlocking the potential of land by proposing new development. Like value capture financing is a land-based financing tool where increase in value of land due to infrastructure development. Okay, coming to public-private partnerships. Like public-private partnership, we all know that this has emerged and like an important strategy. Okay, like when like the metro rail project around 72 kilometers is the world's largest PPP model. We all know that Hyderabad's metro, okay, which cost around 15,000 crores. Like central and state finance commissions, like the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, like framed the state finance commissions for once in 5 years with the mandate to recommend grants from state to local body panchayats and urban local bodies. After the formation of Telangana, like the first state finance commission was constituted in 2018. Like the general criticism is that all states do not constitute state finance commission regularly. We all know that. Okay, we will see some finance commission grants to local bodies. Like the 10th finance commission told that the total grants to local bodies is around 4,380 crores, whereas grants to panchayats is 3,380 crores, whereas grants to urban local bodies is 1,000 crores. Coming to 11th 5-year plan, the total grants is around 10,000 and to panchayats is 8,000 and to urban local bodies is 2,000. Okay, 14th Finance Commission told that the total grant should be around 2,87,346. But to panchayats is allocated is around 2,292 crores. And for urban local bodies, it is around 87,000 crores. Okay, coming to issues and challenges. What are the issues and challenges of municipal finances? Like we all know that in most of the urban local bodies, like taxes and non-taxes constitute own sources of revenue, which contribute like major share of municipal revenues. Okay. But to set any changes in tax system, especially with regard to the revision of rates and methods of levy of taxation, the urban local bodies in India have to depend on the state government. Like the plan grants, the non-plan grants, loans and borrowings, which constitute non-tax, non-owned revenue resources, has to be utilized for the designated purposes only. Even the urban local bodies is in India have limited degree of financial autonomy. We all know that. Okay. Next important unit is that unit 11. What is the unit 11 means? Urban planning and building regulations. What are the urban planning and building regulations? Here we will discuss the evolution of planning, urban models and their evolution, master plan and development plan. What are the aims of the master plan or development plan? Master plan approach in India, stages of preparation of master plan or development plan. Okay, transportation plan process. Okay, transit oriented development, comprehensive mobility plan. Okay, zoning and building regulations, evolution of zoning and importance of zoning, zoning in India, zoning classification, benefits of zoning, objectives of bylaws, importance of bylaws, principles underlying bylaws. Okay, and urban planning in Telangana. Okay, coming to the what are the leaning out here, we'll know about the meaning of urban planning and concepts, importance of planning and models of urban planning, master plan and city development plans, sanitation plans, transportation plans, and building and zoning regulations. Coming to introduction, like the term like town planning is used to indicate arrangement of various components of a town in such a way that the like all the necessary services of the people are met. Okay. We all know that town planning, like administration, is a science and art. Like the science consists of collecting, recollecting, and analysis of facts about a town. Okay. The art refers to like arranging the components in such a way that the final result is a form of beautiful, convenient, economical, and efficient town. Okay, coming to the evolution of town planning. Okay, even like the primitive man used to stay in tribes and they formed groups for mutual protection and to maintain social life. Okay, as such, cities are the old as civilization as seen in verbal connection between the world city and civilization. Like these two words emerge together with city, like furnishing the structural framework through which the civilization functions. Like we have seen the towns planning villages on scientific basis, even in India in Vedic times, like Indus Valley civilization, Vedic times also, we have seen. Like even like the theories of town planning, like contained in the epics of Vedas, Puranas, Shilpa Shastras, Niti Shastras, and Smriti Shastras. Like even the concept of centralized sewage and drainage systems is found in Harappan civilization also. Like Jane Jacobs noted that cities improvise and innovate. Okay, innovation enhances the productivity and generates growth. Coming to urban models and their evolution. Okay, in urban models, we will learn the central place theory. Okay, what is central place theory means? It is a geographical theory that seeks to explain the number, size, and location of human settlements in a residential area. Okay, it also explains the spatial distribution of cities across the landscape. Okay. And what we call like concentric zone model. What is concentric zone model means? Like it is also known as Burgess model or Bull Eyes model. It is developed around 1920s. Okay. This model portrays how cities social groups are spatially arranged in series of rings. Okay. The size of a ring may vary, but the order remains the same. This is that. Coming to sector model. This model of internal structure of cities is developed by like land economist called Homer Hoyt. Okay, like social groups are arranged around a series of sectors radiating from place and centered on major transportation line in income level households nearby railroads lines and commercial establishments along the businesses. Coming to multiple nuclei model. Like this was developed by Chauncey, Harris, and Ullman in 1945. Here, the city grew from several independent points rather than forming one CBD. Okay. Like as this expand, they merge into form a single urban area. Okay, like ports, universities, airports, and parks also act as node with ownership facilitating the greater mode of people. Like coming to master plan and development plan. Okay, master plan or development plan is prepared for urban areas for planned development and to enhance quality of life. Okay, like a master plan or development plan is defined as a plan showing both existing and proposed streets, roads, open spaces, public findings, etc. Okay, it also provides a broad framework and conceptual layout to direct and regulate the urban development in a planned manner. Okay, what are the aims of the master plan and development plan? Coming to aims, what are the aims means? It organizes and coordinates the complex relationship between the urban land uses and civic activities, like charts of the course of the growth and developmental change, like direct the physical development of the community and its environment in relation to its like social economic well-being based on careful and comprehensive surveys and studies of present conditions and prospects of the future growth. Okay, like it is also responsive to dynamic changes and maintain like its essential utility. Okay, it also provide a clear circulation networks like accesses the demand and the gap in the amenities for the present and the project population, like new educational institutional areas, etc. Coming and lastly, the main component of master plan was proposed land use plan, development control mechanism, implementation strategy, and zoning regulations. What is master plan approach in India? Like the third five-year plan defined the term master plan as a statutory instrument for controlling, directing, and promoting sound and rational development and redevelopment of an urban area with a view to achieve maximum economic, social, and aesthetic benefits. Like it is defined as an official statement of municipal legislative body which set forth major policies concerning desirable future physical development. Okay, what is the necessity for the preparation of master plan? Like raised due to the rapid urbanization. Okay, master plan is defined as a long-term prospective plan for guiding sustainable plan development of a city to tackle the problems of urbanization and meet the future demands of the growing population. What are the stages? What are the stages in like preparation of master plan and development plan? Okay. Collection of data and relevant information from civic surveys and other sources, preparation of a tentative development plan and its notification for comments, suggestions, and discussions from experts and public, the consideration of the views received from the experts and public, like preparation and revised master development plan, accommodating the relevant aspects of comments received. Okay, coming to transportation plan. What is the transportation plan? Okay, it has been seen throughout the history of any notion that a proper, extensive, and efficient road transport has played a major role. Okay, like where roads are considered as veins and arteries of the nation, passengers and goods transports are like blood in circulation. Okay, what is the importance of transport? We have just learned like transport like became like inevitable in the modern living. Like it makes possible to carry the raw materials from place to place where they are available to places where they can be processed and assembled into a finished goods. Like easy transport facilities, large scale production at low cost. It gives consumers the choice to make use of different quantities of goods at different prices, raising the people's standard of living. Okay, coming to like transportation planning. Transportation planning is process of regulating, controlling the provision of transport to facilitate the efficient operations of economic, social, and political life of the country at a low social cost. This means assuring adequate transport capacity and efficient operations to meet the needs generated by the nations and geographical array of activities. Okay, like the primary aim of transport planning is the identification and evaluation of future transport needs. Okay, coming to like survey data and analysis, like the transportation plan process, local and regional or national, is based on the survey and data collection. Like this includes the literature, available data, like both governmental and non-governmental, like journey behavior patterns, nature intensify of traffic, like fit site and cost benefit analysis, like income, employment estimates, etc. Okay, even the travel time and network characteristics of public networks are collected. What is the final step? The final step is the data processing. Coming to like zoning and building regulations. What are the zoning and building regulations? Like zoning and building codes, different functions. Like zoning codes, like regulate how a land can be used for various purposes like industries, commercial activities, and mixed commercials. On the other hand, what is building code? Building code means it regulates the details of structures. Okay. One must get permit zoning before like obtaining the permit for building from a local authorities. Zoning is a legislative process for dividing the land into zones for various uses. What are the objectives of zonings? Like the objectives are like is to maintain tool for town planner to design the future growth and development of the town. Like it also offers coordination. It also offers coordination of various public amenities like transport, water supply, and drainage, and electricity. Like it is an effective instrument of town planner to make town planning scheme effective and successful. Okay. Next, coming to importance of zoning. We all know that zoning is essential for like is fundamental for comprehensive town planning because like it is became part of planning legislations in most of the country. Like if provisions made zoning are effectively implemented, like it can avoid future complications in future town. Coming to zoning in India. Land use zoning in India is it creates land use classifications like residential, multifamily, commercial by geographic area. Okay. For example, like China in Chennai, the first land use category like primary residential allows residency as well as cottage industries, petty shops, small farms, and schools of commerce. Zoning classification. The land use zoning regulations contains the broad land use zones like residential, commercial, industrial, agriculture, mixed using zoning, recreational zoning, and public and semi-public zoning. What are the benefits of zoning? Okay, here zoning are made. What means what are the benefits? Like there are several benefits. First one is to regulate the dimensions requirements of building located in the town and the density of development, enforcement restrictions like height limits, space requirements, building size, development standards, like keep buildings from being built too close to each other, provide space for hospitals, parks, schools, and open spaces, regulates the extraction of natural resources, protects the environment sensitive and historical places within the zoned area, protects the residential properties from commercial development, and protect recreational areas and allows accommodating more space in neighborhood. Okay, what are the objectives of bylaws? A bylaw is a local law framed by the subordinate authority. Why it is easier to pre-plan the building activities and provisions of bylaw give guidelines to the designing, architecture, or engineering. Okay, it also prevent haphazard development without any resemblance to the development of the area as a whole. Coming to like principles building underlying the building bylaws. What are the principles? Like classifying the buildings with units as a family and mentioning the requirements accordingly, classifying the rooms according to usage and specify the minimum standards of each room, like control of the height compound wall and location of compound gates, and control of height of structures and putting maximum height limit in certain zones, like control the area of projections in marginal space, like prescribe the suitable arrangements with respect to drainage and water supply, make compulsory the appointment of licensed architect or engineer for works of specified nature, men mention the line, plane, setbacks, and marginal spakes, mention the minimum size of plots, their dimensions, and forges. Coming to urban planning in Telangana. Like government of, we all know that government of in Telangana enacted Telangana Municipality Act 2019. Like it brought a paradigm shift in urban planning with citizen-friendly futuristic vision. Even the Telangana state urban policy will facilitate the urban development in building interactions like between land use, transport, housing with cities, and they choosing the optimum solution based on specified goals. Okay, harnessing this synergy between land transport and urban economies to avail the opportunities unleashed in the urban revolution is important. Why? Why? Because this elements would build economically efficient, socially inclusive, environmentally sustainable, and financially viable cities. There is good planning, governance, finance, and improved infrastructure. Okay. Like one important outcome of Telangana Municipality Act 2019 is outlining the building map approval for April 2020. From April 20, there should be approval. Okay. From what? TSB pass, Telangana Building Permission Approval and Self-Certification System. Okay. Under this system, building within the 75 yards, no need the permission. Like non-height structures up to 600 squares, online permission applicable to all relevant documents. The building more than 600 square yards, permission will be approved through single window system. Okay. Here, the building clearances will be giving within the 25 days. Just keep the remember. Okay. This is relating to unit 10 and 11. In the next class, we will discuss the unit 12, 13, and 14. Okay. Until then, thank you. We will meet in the next class. Okay.